Hello, everybody. Thought I'd share with you two saws I recently got, along with a leaf blower that's not pictured here. First, as you can see, is a MS-170. My dad has the same saw, and I like it a lot. I used it a few years ago. We cut down a big cherry tree, and I used his saw to limit up for a few hours, and liked it a lot. Good power for that little bar and chain, that little Pico chain. Just a comfortable saw to use and real light. And you can get these new, I don't know, on Father's Day specials. Or it's 79 bucks. It's a hell of a saw for the money. They're great. You know, I mean, you're not going to be foresting with them, but for light use or, you know, even some firewood duty, I wouldn't hesitate to use one of these, buy one. It's a great deal. It's a great saw. And I also got an 026. And I've had a few of these over the years. Would you call it a legendary saw? Maybe. Up there with like 044, 046, 038, 084, 046, or 064. You know, these saws, you know, when these came out in the 80s, that's basically what your modern Stihls are all kind of based off of. Not so much now, they've changed quite a bit now, but for a long time, they had a real long run. You know, it's probably not as fast as the 346, but they're tough as nails. And I mean, when you're out cutting in the bush, what's a second? I mean, if you like the saw, you want it to run, you want it to be reliable, you know. And these are, you know, these were made in USA. You know, Stihl opened a plant in Virginia, and yeah, they're good saws. So I got this, the 170 and the 026, and the little Craftsman handheld leaf blower for 100 bucks. And I didn't even bother bartering with the guy. I didn't want to piss him off or insult him, because you can't get anything for that. And he told me they didn't run. The guy was a carpenter, not too much into power equipment like this anyway. And he's like, oh, I don't know, carburetor work, an air filter, spark plug, you know. And I was like, yeah, well, whatever. So I drained them. You know, I picked them up when we were down the beach in Falmouth, and I didn't have the 1 ton, obviously, so I put them in a basket and put them on the roof rack of the 4Runner and hauled them back. And today was the first day I got to you know, kind of look at them, and I haven't cleaned them. I put gas in this, I put gas in that, some fresh 2-stroke, and first pull, fired up, died, restarted, cleaned up, nice, runs excellent. That, a little more disappointing, took about 8 pulls. Fired right up, runs real good. The only problem I can find between both of these is the kill switch doesn't kill the saw, so there's a ground wire in there on a little spade, probably came off to ground it out. Other than that, that's it. You know, they both have that one's got a decent 325 chain on there. Probably clean that up, sharpen it. Bar's good. That one's bar's good, but it's got that Oregon folded raker garbage. Get rid of that. Nobody wants to use that. Put a real chain on there. Let it cut. But you know, did I take advantage of the guy? No, I don't think so. I hope I didn't. He was a nice guy. I gave him what he was asking. And, you know, if he had drained the fuel and put fresh fuel in, that's all it took. I didn't have to do anything to these. I mean, you know, the older stuff, you know, like this 3.7 right here. This one's custom. 4000 style air cleaner on there, and custom exhaust right there. This is also a thin ring, 3.7, so based off the Pool 3700, and this saw absolutely screams. It's got a 20 on there right now, 3/8, and brand new. I haven't even cut with it yet. It's got a Husky large mount bar. They fit on these. I think it's 72 drive link, which is a little long. These are happier with a 70 with this setup, but there's enough adjustment left in it where even with stretch it would be fine. But this saw screams. I had a 28-inch bar on this because I had a 2101 XP that quit when we were cutting a huge maple that we had downed, And so I put the 28 inch on this and cut all day, bucked it up with that, and you know, give it a little extra oil with the manual override right there, and that's all you need to do. This had very few hours on it, and I've put a few on it. I mean, the great thing about these old Sears Craftsman saws from the 80s, you know, these weren't cheap. They were very expensive. You know, 1985, I think this saw's in 84. This saw with a case was over 300 bucks. You could just about double that today. So, um, you know, along with a lot of other stuff Sears sells now compared to what they sold back then, you know, it's just a different world. These were excellent saws. Really good vibration isolation system, real strong engine, torquey saw. It's got a big heavy clutch, big heavy flywheel. So once this thing gets rolling, it'll spin that chain no problem. And easy to work on. Bolt-on jug, just like this. You know, this is a commercial saw. There's, you know, the build quality is really no difference between these two. All magnesium. Fun saw to use too. I mean, I had a bunch of them, but this one's in excellent shape. It's like brand new. But anyway, yeah, you never know what you're gonna find out there. Gas is the biggest thing. Drain it, put some fresh stuff in, and then go from there. At least pull the muffler first. Make sure there's nothing that crawled up inside there. But yeah, these things are just ready to go.